Well, let's see. I've washed my hands and I've been wearing a mask, but I'm going to take it off because I'm going to read a story, and we're doing it on the video. So I'm going to read a story from this book. It's 5-minute stories from Disney and Pixar. You probably have that book. So if you do, turn to the very back part and you'll see the story of Brave Merida's challenge. We're going to read that story. So there's that page, and here's the story. Merida couldn't stop laughing. You 3 wee bairns think you can climb the crone's tooth? The crone's tooth was the tallest mountain around. Only the biggest and the bravest people have climbed it, including me, she continued. Don't even try. Harris, Hubert, and Hamish scowled. Of course they would give it a try. They were big and brave too. They had to prove it to Merida. So you can see them, triplets, the 3 boys. They're standing there, crossed arms with a scowl. And there's their big sister, Merida, laughing. Turn the page. Now, as they stood at the foot of the towering rock, Harris and Hubert weren't so sure it was a good idea. But Hamish was ready. He'd show Merida. They gave him a boost, but he struggled to find his handholds on the slippery rock. A little way up, the rock Hamish was standing on fell away. He was left dangling by his fingertips. And there you can see the 3 of them climbing. And up there, you can see 3 little mischief makers. 1, 2, 3. And here is Hamish holding on to the rock by his fingertips. And way below, you see the 2 brothers. Harris and Hubert hurried back to fetch Merida. They found her in the castle and they told her what had happened to Hamish at the crone's tooth. Ouch, no, cried Merida. What have I done? I didn't really mean you should climb up by yourselves. Come on, we have to get Angus. You see the 2 brothers went and told their big sister, Merida. But Merida was so worried she couldn't think straight. Where are my arrows? She cried to her brothers. Luckily, Hubert was 1 step ahead of her and he tossed them to his sister. When they got to Angus in the stables, Merida was still worried they wouldn't make it to Crone's tooth in time to save Hamish. I'm all thumbs, Merida said. I'll never get this bridle on. Harris quickly helped his sister get ready to ride. And there you can see the 2 brothers, big Angus the horse, Merida on the horse. Soon they were galloping toward the crone's tooth. Faster, Angus, Merida urged. Faster. And you can see the castle in the distance. And they were way far from the castle. Angus, Merida, and the 2 of the brothers. Hamish was still hanging on when they arrived, but barely. He kicked the wall, trying to find a foothold. Something blue caught Merida's eye. Wisps, I should have known. You look up top there, you see Hamish, and then you see the wisps. 1, 2, 3 wisps. And Hamish, Angus, the two brothers, and Merida. She called to her brother, "Hold on, Hamish, please hold on." Merida scanned the trees around the clearing. "Quick, Harris, Hubert, gather as many fallen leaves as you can. I have an idea." Soon they had formed a large pile under Hamish. There you can see the big leaf pile and the two brothers. Merida looped a rope around her waist and knotted it tightly. She tied the end to an arrow. There you can see Merida tied it around her waist and to the arrow. Stepping back, she sent the arrow flying over the high branch of a tree. And there you can see she let go and it went up, 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 and around over the top branch of the tree. Then Harris hurried to fetch the arrow from the ground and tied the rope to Angus's saddle. There you see down there Angus, and then the rope, and he tied it to the saddle. "Angus," Merida said, "walk up that hill." The branch groaned as Angus pulled the rope taut. Everyone held their breath. "Keep pulling slowly," Merida said. The branch groaned again. The rope began to hoist Merida into the air. And you can see Angus pulling the rope taut up over the branch, and Merida was being lifted up in the air. Fragments of rock pattered down as Hamish began to lose his grip. "Just a wee bit longer, Hamish," yelled Merida. "Ignore those wisps." Well, you can see those wisps right there. 1, 2, 3 wisps. Merida coming up, brother Hamish holding on. Finally, Merida was high enough to grab her brother. "I've got you," Merida laughed, hugging him tightly. "Angus, you can start walking backward now." Angus slowly lowered Merida and Hamish over the pile of leaves. You can see the leaves there, Merida and Hamish. When she was sure it was safe, Merida dropped Hamish on the leaves. The rescue mission was a success. So she gently dropped Hamish on the pile of leaves there. "How brave you all were," Merida said to her brothers. "You, Hamish, for hanging in there so long, and you, Harris and Hubert, for being so calm and reliable all through the rescue." But the triplets had one more thought on their minds. As the wisps flew away to cause mischief elsewhere, the brothers crossed their arms and looked to their sister. Okay, said Merida, laughing. "I promise I won't question your bravery again." And there you see Merida, and then the 3 triplet brothers, and Angus, the big horse, standing there. Merida, the brothers, Angus. Well, that's the end of the story. thank you so much for listening. It was good to be with you. Now, I'm going to put on my mask. I'm going to go wash my hands, and then I'm going to go for a walk. Thank you. Bye-bye.